Oh hey, well if I'm here, that can only mean one thing. I'm back on my bullshit! Yeah, that's right. A few years ago, back in like 2019, I used to make these underground music playlists along with these videos, and as soon as I stopped, the world kind of went to shit.
Disease that defined our lives in 2020.
Ukraine's military commander-in-chief says the country is creating conditions to advance.
I'm not saying it was my fault per se, but you can't ignore scientific evidence. Cause, effect. So like Flex Tape holding that boat together, I'm gonna do my best to patch things up in the world in the best way that I know how.
The magic of rock!
These are 30 underground songs to save the world, and also cure your depression, because let's be honest, you're depressed. Alright, on the real though, this playlist has a little bit of everything. There's some indie stuff, some R&B, some hip-hop, some freestyles. We got something for everyone today. And remember, just like last time, the point of these playlists is to give exposure to the artists that work so hard to make these songs. So if you like any of the songs, consider following the artists on their socials and checking out their other music. And trust me, if you're thinking like, oh, if they were any good, they'd already be famous, you're wrong. Look at the talentless idiots that we make famous today.
I'm an island boy. Hey, I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy. I'm just keep that gun. I'm just keep that gun.
Trust me, you are sleeping on these artists. Link to the playlist in the description. And sorry, one more thing before we get started. If you yourself are an independent artist and you want your music on the playlist like this, stick around to the end of the video. I have something important for all the musicians out there. With that being said, let's continue. Alright, we're starting the playlist off strong with an artist that I've actually featured in pretty much every one of these playlists that I've done. Sobi, Where I Fell. He's got 511 followers at the time of making this. Looks like only 11 tracks. He used to have a lot more. Looks like he's kind of flushing his discography, kind of rebranding himself a little bit, and I love the new sound. He's kind of doing like a little lo-fi hip-hop vibe. Yeah, it's awesome. The guy kills it with the lyricism, as always. Check it out. Yeah, I love that song. I think it's a really good way to start off the playlist. Anyway, next up is Eat by Wolfboy. This song goes so hard, and Wolfboy is one of the most underrated and versatile artists I know. Every song he puts out is literally pure gold, and even if you're not a huge fan of his rap style, he has a lot of other like Post Malone style stuff as well, like more singy stuff that is really good. He also streams on Kick, and he's like the humblest and chillest person you will ever meet. Like, love that guy. You should definitely go support him. I left his links in the description.
Thought that they noticed I was different, but nah, I think they missed it. My problem be in the system. They always be in my business. The cook will be in the kitchen. He's serving chicken and ranch. So don't be asking for nothing. Find something that you can eat. I defend the ones I love, or you fend for yourself.
Alright, next up is Peace by Rice. I actually found Rice on an Instagram reel, and he was doing like these random word-generated song challenges, and they are so freaking good that I had to check out his other stuff, and he did not disappoint. The guy has an incredible voice, incredible sound. Check this out.
Please, darling, you won't catch me down, we falling. I want to stay on my feet, always. I'm not into this role play, ball games. Peace, darling, I got some down deep on me. It feels good to be free often, and I'm keeping this moment showing.
Woo! Like, tell me that sound is not beautiful. Alright, next up we have Thinking of You, the sped up version by Cam. He's only recently started posting music in like the last 7 or 8 months or so, but everything he's posted so far is really good, and you can tell his sound is like really starting to find its identity with like the last few songs he's released especially, and it's just a cool thing to see, and it's rare that somebody is like this good with so few tracks under their belt. So yeah, I'm excited to see where his journey takes him. Next up is Find a Way by Seth featuring Eli. This song just reminds me of like riding my bike home from school. I never even did that, but it just fills me with like nostalgic memories that I've never had, I guess. It's just a very like playful but also melancholy song. I don't really know how to describe it. Like the others on this list, Seth has a lot of really good music, so definitely check out his other stuff.
I need a break, I'm not okay. Look at her face, disappoint her in every way. I don't know what is wrong or what is right. I try to stand up tall and make things right. Cause you like picking sides, know that I feel dead inside.
Hello? Oh, perfect. I'll be right out. Oh, that slaps harder than this pizza, honestly. Also, I apologize, I'm going to be eating through this. We kind of ruined our dinner by using expired tomatoes. Or tomato sauce. Yeah, expired canned tomato sauce. And basically had to order like an emergency dinner, so I haven't really eaten a bit, so I'm just going to Oh. Alright, next up we got For You by Everybody Cousin. Now, the production on this song is just so clean. His voice is also so smooth. It reminds me of like a Weeknd song, but I can't quite place my finger on it. So like if you know what song I'm talking about, let me know. But yeah, it's like it eludes me, you know? It's like I can't quite place it.
You know that I saw time is you. Take my heart away, take my love away, 'cause you don't, but you know that I love. I just want to take time, make up your mind till you get me safe, love. I should've walked away, don't wanna walk away.
Alright, next up we got UBB by Critter. The OGs will know her as Payday. She makes this really catchy like punk rap style of music, but like sometimes it's like lo-fi or 8-bit production. It's really unique and hard to place. Anyway, give it a listen.
Haters on my dick, let me wipe away the slobber. Stay ugly, stay broke, stay bothered. I don't give a fuck about you like your father. Stay ugly, stay broke, stay bothered. I don't give a fuck about you, you're a goner. Stay ugly, stay broke, stay bothered. I don't give a fuck about you, I'm hotter. I get so depressed I started wearing skinny jeans again. When I'm under stress I get to acting like a fiend again. You won't see me rest, I'm in CVS printing out a picture of your bitch from my 30S. Numbers going up.
Next up is Falling by Joda. Joda has so many good tracks and mixes, and Falling does not disappoint. The vocals are layered together perfectly, and it just pulls you into this like dreamy, ethereal vibe. Just listen to this beautiful song. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Alright, next up is Picking Up by Big Pig, and oh my god, this girl is so talented. Like, the music she makes is actually so well polished. I don't understand how she's not like super famous yet. The song is incredible, the production's incredible, the vocals are incredible, the drums are incredible. Just listen to this fucking masterpiece.
That's why I'm broken. That's why I'm crying. Picking up. Crashing down. Oh my god. I gave you my best, and it's not enough.
Ooh, like, oh my god, tell me that does not hit when those drums come in. Oh my god, I'm addicted to that song. So good. Alright, next up we got Warning Signs by Emily. Every time I listen to this song, I find something else that I like in it. Like, the production is so subtle but so complex. It just makes this song really satisfying to listen to. And obviously the vocals are absolutely beautiful. Give it a listen. Come on, give it a listen. Come on, champ, give it a listen. Come on.
Giving me all the right attention. Loving you make me lose my tensions. Appreciate every little step that I take. Find myself 7 times more likely to stay.
Yeah, beautiful song. Next up is My Form of Wealth by Dirty Zan. Dirty Zan is a really versatile artist, but this is one of his more like upbeat, fun songs. I don't know, there's just something about like boom bap vocal samples that never gets old to me. Give it a listen. Next up we got Every Day by Rice featuring Chevy. I just had to slip another Rice song in there. His flow is honestly addictive, and when it comes to like upbeat, feel-good music, the guy is so good at it.
When the road seems hazy, I'm holding on, cause I know that's God. So I'll sing this song like da ba da ba da da da. When you wanna be waiting all night now. I'll sing this song like it's in my arms for real. This is more than I feel.
Love you all the daily.
Alright, next up is So Bad by Saint Panther. If you like smooth female vocals and R&B type music, you're gonna love this song, trust me. As far as I know, she also does all her own production and instrumentation, so, you know, anybody who does that has my respect. Check it out.
I want you now, I want you now so bad. I want you now, I'm just saying. And I hope this makes sense.
Oh, I just love that song. Her voice is just gold. I love it. I love it. Alright, so keeping on the theme of voices of pure gold, next up is What's Up by Son Little, and oh my god. Like, he kills it. Check this out.
Said I wanna see you on the floor after the flood. As long as I'm breathing, I am heathing, so what's good? I wanna drift in the world. I wanna hear.
Alright, next up is Gran Torino by Connie Constance. In case you haven't picked up on it, there's a lot of UK artists on here. I don't know, I've just been listening to a lot of UK music recently, like, I don't know, UK underground and UK rap. There's just a unique sound about it. It feels like less tainted by like the, I don't know, YouTube type beat sound that's plaguing Western music these days. It's just very refreshing.
And I just wanted some attention. I wanna see your name in my mentions. Stay up late and debate how nobody gets our generation. I want your divine intervention. Spend all our money on creation. Stay up late and debate how nobody gets our generation.
Next up is Webs by Jadu Hart. I'm a sucker for lo-fi guitar melodies, and this just hits the sweet spot. Next up is Insecure. It's another song by Seth. I just had to sneak another one on here. This guy is so good at coming up with melodies that just get stuck in your head.
Why am I so insecure? You really gotta hit me where it hurts. Should've known that we would never fucking work. Why did you leave me? Why am I so immature? I guess it's how the tables really turn. Anything I say just makes it worse.
Next up is Moving by Gaff. Again, I swear to God, I could hear people rap or sing or do anything over lo-fi melodies all day. I just love it, especially when the electric guitar has a nice little tone on there and just get all crunchy and it's just, it feels good. Check it out.
That shit never made no sense. Fuck it, I'ma do myself. Music won't pay my rent. Moving out of shit don't end. And I just wanna chill with my friends. Hoping that the summer won't end. Cruising and my eyes are red. Cruising and my eyes are.
Next up is Flights by Again and Again. This song sounds like it should be on the radio. Like, I don't understand how these guys aren't more popular. Their sound is so clean, so polished. Give it a listen.
My mama used to talk about it like, hey, what you stressed about, kid? She said, not in my house, better beef with yourself in private. Let it drop down, watch a domino. Running these streets, everybody knows. Hit him with that, ooh, throw the die and watch it roll.
Alright, next up is Cigarettes and Cheap Perfume by Spooky. Well, Spooky is an incredible producer, and I gotta be honest, he's kind of the one that inspired me to start doing these videos again. So it only felt right to pay homage to him by putting one of his songs on here. Now, he normally just does production, and this is one of his first songs with vocals on there, and it's honestly kind of a vibe. His beats are all fire, so if this is what he's starting out with his singing, oh my god. In a few months, he's going to be putting out stuff that's going to be on the radio, like on God. He also hosts a Freestyle Friday live stream on Kick, and there's a lot of artists there that get together and have a lot of fun. It's a really good time. He also runs a Discord where a bunch of like underground artists meet and collab, and like I said, that's kind of what inspired me to start doing this again. If that sounds like your type of thing, links are in the description. Definitely go check them out, and if you're a freestyle rapper, definitely join us on the Freestyle Fridays. It's a lot of fun.
You were no good for me in the end. Sometimes I still pretend that you and me were more than friends.
Next up is Fuckboy by Therese. She has a clean version called Ugh Boy, but I like the dirty version. Her voice is absolutely beautiful, totally reminds me of like Ariana Grande, and her sound is so polished. I believe she also does her own production. And fun fact, I actually grew up in the house next to her. Like when we were really young kids, we grew up in like the same neighborhood. Kind of funny. And now we're both doing music, even though we haven't spoken in years. But yeah, it's kind of funny. It's just a small world. Anyway, I wish her the best, and just, yeah, love her new music. It's great sound. Check it out.
You can have a piece, but not the whole cake. I'm just trying to fuck, boy. What you chasing me for? Why you always want more when I ain't giving up it all. So stop talking that noise. I just wanna enjoy you be in my play toy. The fuck, boy.
Next up is Quantify by Matea featuring Lexi Paz. Now, I don't know how to slow dance, but this song makes me want to learn. Like, her voice paired with the electric guitar, it's just, oh, chef's kiss. Just listen to this.
This feeling can't help but to stick around. No matter the heartbreak, I cannot change my mind. No, I cannot change my love is hard to quantify.
Alright, next up is the Savior Freestyle by Bazzi.
You so fucking precious when you...
Not that Bazzi. I've been really impressed with freestyles lately. It's just such like a rare talent to have. And yeah, honestly, Bazzi just kills it. Check this out.
Ha! Heavenly poetry. Devil ain't stopping nothing, he's just annoying me. When I fight up my demons, he's sending more to me. Try to kill me at birth, that chorus choking me. Umbilical, all my verses are almost biblical, you know they high. And you can find me in his presence like I know the spot. The devil stay throwing stones, I know how he rock. But it don't matter what he throw, cause I won't never stop. Are you praying for me?
Next up, another freestyle. Wolfboy making his second appearance on the playlist. This time with Justin Yatsen as well, though, for a crazy freestyle collab called the Gibson Freestyle. Check it out.
It's like heaven that send the angels a message. Sending prayers like I'm texting, hope they reply with some blessings. I need to fly away. Oh, yeah, higher than Empire State. Yo, fuck that shit, let's go. I've seen a lot of pain, all the stains on my white tees, and all the scuffs, all the mud on my Nikes. But I don't mind, I still wear them all the time, yeah. I still wear them all the time, yeah.
Alright, next up we got Part 2 by Jean-Baptiste, and if anybody finds Part 1, let me know, because, oh my god. The second I heard this intro, I knew this shit was just gonna slap. Like, check this out.
Get your stupid ass some education. Get the fuck on with your own life, bro. Leave me the fuck alone.
Bitch, you need to mind your business. Bitch, you need to mind your business. One day I'ma buy your business. Gotta be the star right witness. I'm about to top my big shit. Hold up, let me top my big shit. Hold up. Must solidify my litness. Set the record straight like Guinness.
Alright, next up we got The Sunshine by Sweet. And this is actually a collab between Manistated, Domain Brown, New Villain, Sweet, and High Cake. Quite a few artists on this. I have no idea who's who, but everybody killed it on here.
On my old leather seats, weather breezy, but the sun beaming, it's just whatever to me. Fuck you mean I ain't the coldest nigga y'all ever seen. Turn pleasure into existence when I pulled the lever, you niggas insignificant. Wrote it with a feather pen, sent it through a pigeon, then did it again. The fuck these niggas on, 2 rings on, give me the baton, no chinks in my armor. The way is way harder to find, even more to define. Born to find, you niggas done forced to fight sorcery now.
Alright, next up we got Life by Ryan, or That One Kid. I'm not really sure what his artist name is. Either way, incredible, underrated, and underground artist. I'm not a huge fan of the way his vocals are mixed, per se, but his flow and his lyrics just feel so genuine and authentic, and it's very refreshing. Like, you can tell this guy just has a voice that was made for rapping. Check this out.
And my appetite's a bigger mess. Oftentimes I lay questioning what I'ma do next. Try to go to sleep, but these worries juggle in my head. Will I take a leap of faith to be complacent, working till I'm dead? The pressure, the oasis, and I'm hanging by a thread. Just trying to keep it together, even though I've been misled. Know it's all in my head. Better days are ahead.
Alright, next up we got Way Bike Home by the Dark Skin Rapper. Weird names on both the song and the artist, but who am I to judge? If you like glitch or breakcore music, you'll probably love this. If you don't, you'll probably hate this. It's a very playful glitch beat with these very pitched vocals. The glitches can get a little heavy for my taste, but I know glitchcore and breakcore are very popular right now, so a lot of you out there might like it. And regardless of how I personally feel about the effects, it's still a great song. Give it a listen. Alright, next up we have Heaven by Unnamed. He's only got like 19 tracks out right now, and I really want to see more from this guy. Like, there's this weird, mysterious aura around him. I don't know, just listen to this.
Existential dread locked in, but I'm locked in. See outside the cubicles, you niggas boxed in. Eucalyptus flows, niggas breathing toxins. I'ma win, give a fuck about the optics. Mental slave, mental chains, I'm a locksmith. They running, passing off the curse like an option.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's a little weird, but he's just got like a really unique flow that I really like. Almost reminds me of like MF Doom, just this like off-kilter type beat. Anyway, last on our playlist, but certainly not least, is POV by Way Waters. Finishing the playlist off with one of the smoothest beats I've heard in a while, and honestly some of the realest lyrics that I feel like most of us underground artists can relate to. Give it a listen.
Used to say, when I make it, now I say if. You say you was gonna make it at the end of the shift. You recorded a 16, it was a hit. But it only got 2 likes and that was it. When you gonna get a real job and raise your kids? You said you would make it at 20, you 36. Can't stand to work a 9 to 5, so I just live and Uber and resell shoes until I'm rich.
And that wraps up the playlist. Thank you to everybody that made it this far. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the playlist. And like I said earlier, I had a little message for the musicians out there. If you're not a musician, you don't have to stick around. Unless you want to. You're more than welcome to. It's up to you. I don't control you. You live your life. Anyway, for any independent musicians out there who are looking to get their music on a playlist like this, please get in touch with me on SoundCloud or Instagram or the comments, wherever, really. I'm always looking for music like this, and yeah. If you freestyle, definitely check out Spooky's Freestyle Friday streams. They're a lot of fun, and it's a great way to meet other artists, and you guys can collaborate, and it's worth it, trust me. If you freestyle, join us. It's also definitely worth joining the Discord. I feel like so many of us small musicians are just at the mercy of these large corporations, and they end up dominating the industry, and we just have to deal with it. But that being said, the underground scene is full of very passionate people, and as corny as it sounds, music does bring people together. I truly believe that over time we can build some kind of community where small artists can get together and get the exposure on their new work that they deserve. Maybe it's a naive dream, but I don't know. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Peace out.